What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, and today we're going to bring you a closer look at the Air Jordan 13 Altitude. Now, these release on December 21st. Retail price will be $190, and you will be able to purchase at Phenom Global Retailers as well as AWOL. There will be a link to both of the stores in the description below. As most of you know, this shoe released 2 times. This would be the 3rd time. The first time they dropped in 2005, and they featured leather just like this pair. And then in 2010, they featured mesh. I remember back in 2010, people were upset because the pair featured mesh instead of leather like the 2005. Now I'm seeing in 2017, people are upset that this pair doesn't feature mesh. So you can't always win. I personally don't care. I like the colorway and I like the look, so overall, I would pick these up regardless. But to bring you in for a closer look, as you can see, we got predominant black throughout. We have leather up top, which is tumbled, and a little bit more of a texture leather on the toe, which I'll show you in a second. And to me, this is the first shoe that truly represented the Black Cat, at least in my opinion. I know we had the Black Cat 13s, which were all black, but I just remember this shoe with the green hits just really resembled that of the Black Cat eye. But on the lower part of the shoe, you have like this really textured overlay. As you can see, almost like a stingray type print or reptile. As far as the quality goes though, so the leather is somewhat stiff, but it is in line with every other 13 that has released because the leather on those have been slightly stiff. But here is the hologram towards the heel. Hopefully you can pick that up. The hologram is kind of hard. There you go. To pick up at times. There. All right, so let's jump to the heel. We got all black on the heel. We got that, I guess you'd call it ostrich, reptile texture throughout. Now that part of it is really stiff. I don't own the 2005 release, so I don't know how these are going to compare. I'm going to try and track them down. There's a few comparison videos I did miss out on, so hopefully I'm able to do that on this because I would love to do 2005, 2010, and 2017. But bring you in for a closer look on this. So on the midsole, it's obviously black, but it's has a glossy overlay. So it's definitely looks a little bit different from the uppers because the uppers is more of a, I guess you could say like more of a flat finish to it. Here is a shot of the toe. All right, so top of the toe box, as you can see, it's a lot more smoother than the panels and everywhere else, but it is slightly textured. And then you got the green, altitude green, and it's on the Jordan. Very minimal hits of green, but just enough. So it's a clean shoe. I really like the shoe. We got, again, slightly tumbled. Same texture that's on the toe is on the top of the tongue. We got the Jumpman logo, and that is stitched on in green. The lower part of the tongue got perforations throughout. Inside the tongue is just a size tag. Nothing special for the lace tips. They come with one set of laces, but yeah, you can see that. I did pull out the insole. All black, and then the Jumpman branding is done in green. So here's the opposite side. For those that want a legit check. And then bring it to the sole. So here's the sole. Just a little bit of white in there. But as you can see, this is annoying the hell out of me. The whole shoe is outlined in that green. We got carbon fiber in the midfoot. Got a little bit of white, black on the pods. Got that hologram-like eye down here. I know this is supposed to resemble a panther's paw, but I never know if they really call this a hologram or not because, I mean, it kind of changes, but it's not like your same hologram you would see by the heel. So we'll do once over, get into the outro. This shoe, I was able to get pretty early, so I'm really grateful for that. Usually I've been getting stuff, well, for Jordans, I haven't been getting much because of a situation that happened out of my hands. But very soon I'll be able to talk more about that. If you guys probably been reading some of the news out there on it. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of Nikes, and hopefully I'll have those, the blue tint Yeezys. Pretty sure I'll have those. But these are like maybe 2 weeks early, 2.5. So not so bad. All right, everybody, so that was your closer look at the Air Jordan 13 Altitude. They're set to release on December 21st. Retail price will be $190, and you'll be able to purchase at Phenom Global Retailers as well as AWOL. Links to both of their stores in the description below. As for the quality of the shoe, the materials used, it's just like any other 13 that has released this year, so I personally don't have an issue with it. Now, this pair, once again, is a general release. We'll go over the shoe, see if we can pinpoint any things. What I don't like is obviously in the midsole area, there's a small dings. That's not terrible, but see, what I'm going to notice too, if there is glue stains, it probably won't look as bad because it's on a black base, and it's like a leather, so I haven't really seen any, to be honest. In the toe a little bit, but that's nothing. So let's check out this one. Little paint issue. Again, this is I know it's small. No, probably people aren't going to care about that. But we're just going to go over it. A little bit of glue down in that area. Move it out the way. Just a little more like gouges in the midsole, if anything. But that's not terrible. And then you're going to have a little bit of glue stains in the toe. But that's really it on that. Let me move this a little bit over. All right. Now, since these are GR, there's going to be a lot of pairs available. And again, they're going to be available in adult sizes, grade school, toddler, preschool. I know I said that backwards, but you get it. They're going to be available for the whole family. I honestly believe obtaining this shoe will be very easy. I personally like them, and it's just kind of judging the market of things. And what I've seen is more people are upset that they don't have mesh, which I don't get because, the first release had leather, the second had mesh, the third has the leather, so I guess we can't all be happy, but if you like this simple colorway, definitely pick them up. Now, I'm not going to say these are going to go on sale because I don't 100% know. The releases as of late have been a little bit weird. I know the Air Jordan 6 UNC, I felt like they were going to sit. Most places sold out, although there were select areas I've seen that they sat at. And the Air Jordan 11 Gym Red, I thought they would sit not terribly long, but longer than the first day. But those sold out pretty fast. I think a few retailers might have lasted more than a day from what I saw, but at the end of the day, I can't confirm that. So with this shoe and it just being around Christmas time, it's very possible that they could do well. So with that being said, what I would do is, what I would suggest you do is make sure you get them on first day, lock in your size. If you have to do raffles, I know some places are doing raffles. I think they're doing raffles. I'm not sure about this shoe, but for other Jordans, I know when I was just on the app, they were doing raffles for the 11s and I think the 6s before that. So you probably should get in on that. And if you do that and you go into the store and pick them up, obviously, if you see a pair that you don't like, a size 10, you could easily say, hey, you got another size 10? Swap that out and do it that way, just in case the craftsmanship isn't up to your standings. Because at the end of the day, this is just one pair. I wasn't able to look at a bunch of pairs like I usually am able to do, just so I can kind of get an idea of things. But from what I see, it's not horrible. So I feel like the past few releases, Jordan Brand has done better. I know I just did an unboxing of the Gatorade Air Jordan 6, and I felt the quality and the craftsmanship on that pair was nice. However, that was sent over from Jordan Brand, so that is going to be, top of the line. But I also have another size that comes from a retailer, so we'll be able to do a little bit of comparison of the two. I guess you can call it comparison, see if they both stand up and hold up and are alike. However, I will say I highly doubt these are selling out first day. I just don't know for sure if they're going to eventually go on sale. I really hope they do. And if you're patient, you wait, and they don't go on sale and they eventually sell out, I really believe that restocks will come. I know the Cherry Air Jordan 13 that released around All-Star Weekend, that pair actually took a little bit of time to sell out. I don't believe they went on sale. I could be wrong on that, but from what I saw, it didn't go on sale. However, I've seen multiple restocks, even retailers by me. They restocked the Air Jordan 1 Royal, the Air Jordan 13 Black Cat, and the Air Jordan 13 Cherry, Chicago, whatever you want to call them. And I heard a bunch of other retailers did as well. And for those that want to know which retailer that is, it is Chic. I stopped in there probably a week or so ago, and I was able to pick up a size 12 of the Royals. Obviously not my size, but for a friend. But they did have a bunch of those, and they also restocked a bunch of other shoes. So if you live by Chic, and you haven't checked in yet, I would definitely do that. But leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the Air Jordan 13 Altitude if you plan on picking them up or passing. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.